To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Mish Mosh.
I know what you're thinking about today. What in the world is going on? Time has no meaning. It is a construct that moves through time and space. Yes, it is. That is the craziness that is happening right now. Normally, Nick and Company would have a 2 hours on the experience, but he had some stuff to get done. So I'm going to continue on the grand tradition of awesome Dynamite merch. We're going to do that for about an hour. And then regular Mish Mosh will resume. So this is like Mish Mosh Dynamite for this first hour. And welcome to everybody. I'm super excited to see you. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Hannah's over here doing FOC prep, so you can hear her in the background. And then Max is around the corner somewhere. I'm going to start here with our expensive stuff on the top just because it seems like a lot of fun. If you don't mind too much, if you can do a like and a share and a heart and a thumbs up and ring that bell. Yeah, Jen and Hannah. It is still Fox in the house. Hope you guys enjoyed our interviews today. I got to interview 2 Scout creators, Tom Lintern, who has Mullet Cop coming out, and then Austin Janowski. So he's got Stanley the Snowman. If you missed those, you should watch them in review. You learn all kinds of cool things, like Janowski is actually also an actor. Who knew? And has worked on a whole bunch of projects, comic book wise. So I'm trying to bring you the very best programming so you know all the things. Now I'm going to give you the very best deals. Let's do that. Super easy to buy from me. You know what I've done? I've actually covered up my signs. They're behind all of this stuff up at the top. Super easy to buy from me. Just send me a DM if you're watching us from Facebook. Just to Jen King, that's me. Or you can fill out the scrolling work that's going to come down here on the very bottom soon. And basically you just go to spacecadetscollected.com/regcbse, and that will get you registered if you are watching from anything other than the Facebooks. You might be watching us from Insta. I do not want to show you those signs. I have hidden them. I should make you your own set, Brainy. I can make you your own set if you want. They just won't be the original set. I know how you like to collect original items. So, Andrew, please accept my friend request unless you want to be friends. This is the problem with accepting a friend request, Andrew, is I only have a few left, and I usually stick to all of my comic book industry folk. Because otherwise I won't be able to accept, like when Donnie Cates wants to be my friend, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to boot somebody, and I don't want to do that. So I don't usually have friends on Facebook unless they're industry friends or I know them in person. So don't take it personally. I don't have like every person in the universe is on my friend list. So if we meet each other like some future time and see the actual real person we hang out, then that's different.
But you can still send her messages.
Totally send me. You can DM me all day long. You don't have to be my friend to DM me. I'll still answer you all the time.
Yeah. You can even send memes.
I will tell you right now, my page that is my Facebook page is a lot of posts about things going on in comic books. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Brainy, you are a liar. You've been my friend for a long time, yo. All right. Here we go. Here's some treasures for you guys. This is an original piece of art. It is a remark done by Kent Hazerer on this awesome issue of New Avengers #1. And that you might recognize as either being Grey Hulk or Solomon Grundy. I will choose that it's going to be, why not be? So it could be Solomon Grundy because he's gray and mad and eating. Oh, you don't get notified when I go on? Andrew, you can subscribe right now. Just subscribe. Go to the YouTube and subscribe, and you'll always get notified when I come on. You can also follow my store page, which is Space Cadets Collection. That's also on Facebook because I always share it to the store page. So you'll always be notified one of those two ways. You don't have to be friends with me to get notifications for the shows, for sure. All right, this is, because I don't tag people either, so if you're like, man, no one ever tags me. All right, this one is an awesome signed original piece. It's a one-of-a-kind with a certificate. And it has $100 price tag on it. But I'm going to do this crazily for $50 as the kind of like jump off for this show. So just $50. That's a half price book right now. And it's an original piece of art. You couldn't probably get that done standing at any con for $50 anymore. Not a headshot. Hey, I see Matt Maines is in the room too. We got Brainy on and Andrew on. Martin's on and Curtis is on. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This one is a rare cover of Red Sonja, Vampirilla meet Betty and Veronica. I'm going to look at the back of it and see if I can tell you exactly which variant it is. Oh, that is the 2019 Diamond Summit exclusive book, which is way cool. Here, peep this. This one has $100 on it. I'm going to do that one for $25. I know, it's crazy though. This is what happens when I've been here all day long and have been live all day. I'm just like, someone buy things. I'm going to just make sure everything ends up in giant piles today. All right, this one is Vampirilla Red Sonja #5. This is the Tedesco cover. It's awesome. She's got a little bit of blood coming out of her mouth. She's standing up against a wall where they posted up a lot of missing posters. So you know what's happening. She probably has been biting those people. This one is, I wish I could tell you if it was a one in whatever. I know it's a one in whatever. I can't remember which one. This one is normally a $30 book. And I'm going to do this one for, let's do 15 today. I can't do it with all the books, but I can do it with some of them. All right, this one is Killing Red Sonja #1. This is the Gedeon vegan cover of this book. You can see she's swinging her battle axe. She's got this little creature guy hanging out, and it is a completely vegan cover. This one is a $40 book, and I'm going to do that one for $20 today. What is going on? All right, and this one is one that Hannah's probably going to lose her mind over. This is
the damn parent one, I know.
The Red Sonja, Vampirilla, Betty and Veronica #8, the 1 in 40. The 1 in 40 Dan Parent cover. It is marked $60 right now, and I'm going to do that one for $30.
I've had my eye on it for so long.
It's true. It's not going to get any better than that, I don't think.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else.
All right, and this was Death to Army of Darkness. Death to Army of Darkness. It is the Davila variant, vegan variant by Davila. It's got her. She's got a machete in her mouth. She has a chainsaw in her hands. In the background is like a ghost skeleton, and there's a puppy dog in the front. So there's the puppy dog is really cute. All right, so that one is a $50 book. Normally, I'm going to do that one for $25. By the way, these prices are only good during this live show. If you call me up tomorrow and say, I missed the show, I'm sorry. These are relegated to this show
Thank you
only.
very much, sir.
All right, Red Sonja #3.
Well,
This one is Connor.
thank you.
Says V5. I don't know if it's the volume 5. Red Sonja #3, volume 5, Connor cover. That is a $40 cover. I'm going to do that one for $20 during the live show. Ashton! And the last of my expensive books, everything else is going to be like cover pricey stuff. You can just pick up to read, which is awesome. This one is Pierce Brown's Red Rising, Sons of Aries. And this one is an incentive cover. It's the 1 in 20, which is a $40 book. And I'm going to do that one for $20. It's the end of our super discounted goodies. Okay, you guys ready for some regular books? How about some Army of Darkness? I have got an Army of Darkness, a number 9. That one's just regular cover price for you. And then I've got a copy of the director cut of Army of Darkness, Ashes to Ashes, number 1, and that one's just $10. It's got there's no color to this part of the cover on purpose. That's the variant. And I also have, for the number 1 of Army of Darkness, Ashes to Ashes, the photo cover. You see him in all his glory. That one's also just $10. If you're not interested in a variant and you just want Ashes to Ashes number 1, that's just a regular cover, there is one for $3 right there for you. All right, I do have an incentive cover of Army of Darkness of Bubba Hotep, number 4. It's a really nice black and white cover. It's a 1 in 30 cover, just so you know the ratio of the variant, and that one is $9. Howdy.
How are you?
Doing great. If you're interested in any of them, let us know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This is our first time in here.
Oh, welcome.
Checking it out. Thank you.
This is Army of Darkness, Furious Road. Furious Road. This one is the A cover. Number 1 A cover for Army of Darkness, and that one is just $3.99. And Army of Darkness versus Hack Slash. I only have number 6, but it's just cover price as well. All right, this is a crazy book. You guys might like reading. It's Garth Ennis. So Garth Ennis, you know, he writes things that are a little more mature. This one's a little bit crazy. Let me put these back in order. They were put in here in a weird order. Okay. This is A Train Called Love. And I've got number 2s for cover. Number 3s. And a 4. 5. And a 6. Barbarella. This is the last series. It was from a while ago. They hadn't had Barbarella going for a while. But I love this cover because it looks like it's an advertisement for my store, because that's the rocket that we use all the time. That kind of style is kind of my colors. This is Barbarella number 12. It's just cover price. This would be fun just to have for the art. Did you guys know that Dynamite did an awesome series or 2 for Battlestar Galactica? Now you know. I have got number 1 of, this one is like a steampunky version of Battlestar Galactica. And it is called Battlestar Galactica 1880. I've got a number 1 at cover price. I've got some number 3s. This is a one-shot comic book exclusive to Comic Block. This is Battlestar Galactica number 1. It's just $2.50. This one is Battlestar Galactica number 1 Dynamic Forces exclusive variant. And it is a totally a vegan cover there, and it does come with its certificate of authenticity. This one is just $18. Really great art. The art is by... doesn't say. All right, this is fun. It looks a lot like Scotty Young, but this is a different artist. This is Battlestar Galactica number 2, and it's there's a Cylon there on the teeter-totter. He's doing teeter-tottering with, I'm not 100% certain who that other character is. All All right, this one is a Dynamite Annual from 2014. And that one is awesome.
No, we only
All the Cylons talking to the Scream Leader there. And that one is just $5.
Right.
Also have Battlestar Galactica Twilight Command. This one's a great cover for number 1. It's got Ty on the front cover, and that one is $4. Also have a number 4 at cover price. And number 5 at cover price. I love this cover. This one is number 2, but it's like a retro cover. And this one's hilarious. This is a one-shot. It's called Little Battlestar Galactica. It's aimed at the kiddos, and it looks super cute. And that's just cover price as well. All right, we're moving on to some Betty Page for you guys. Betty Page, Betty Page. All right, this one is Betty Page, Book 1, Home Hollywood Bound. And it's just cover price. All right, and this is Betty Page number 1. That's cover D. A little bit sassy. That one is cover B. These are all number 1. Cover price. It's cover C. Just pulling a rabbit out of the hat. This one is the paper doll cover. And I've got some number 5s. This one is the cover A, which is the Lindner cover. And this one is the J-Bone cover. And that one is $7. Super cool retro. It's the same one. And this was a one-shot that they did. This one is the Halloween special. And it is $5. Got a few copies. Okay, this is a different series called Betty Page Unbound. And this one is a number 1. She's reading classified documents in the bathtub. That seems dangerous. Mm-hmm.
I can just click away from it and it'll save it, right?
Which are you doing the FOC?
Mm-hmm. So finish. You usually go in and finish, right?
I can't remember if FOC holds numbers or not.
It already had numbers whenever I clicked in, so.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just leave it there. And this is number 1. She's looking for a ride. Number 2 with the Dracula in the background. Oh, we're going to go back to number 1. She's dressed up as Red Sonja. That's pretty funny. Here's a number 3. That's a photo cover. And I don't know why. She's in a spacesuit. Number 4, she's a pirate. Number 5 is another photograph cover. And I also have her sunning on the beach, number 5. See you later. Yep. Thank you. Bionic Woman, number 1 is just $5. Did anyone go see Space Jam or see that they have these awesome tennis shoes? Have you seen the tennis shoes they put out for Space Jam? It's mind-blowing how cool they are. Okay, I also have the Black Bat, number 1. That looks really cool. That one is $4. And I wish I had more copies of this, but I don't. This is the Blood Queen, number 4. Number 4. Brian Hatch. Hello, sir. I'm starting out our 3-hour show with some awesome Dynamite. So we'll do Dynamite, and then we'll move on to other awesome stuff. We're watching the Fear Street trilogy. I have heard so much good stuff about that. Okay, so I saw it had part 1, 2, and 3. Have the other parts been out already and they're just re-releasing them for the part 3 part? Tell me more. I need to know more about what's going on with that series. All right, I've got Free Comic Book Day, Bob's Burgers. That one is $7. And then I've got, this is a Jesse James exclusive variant of number 9 for just $5. This is a shared exclusive with Dave and Buster's number 12 for $5. Jeff, hello. We're looking at Dynamite Books right now and talking about Fear Street. And number 14, there's Jesse James sitting at the counter right there and all the rest of his crew. That one is also $5. Number 15 is also a variant. And that one is $5. It's one story, different time periods. I kind of like that. I'm going to have to watch it. And number 15, one last variant. That one's just $4. Hey, Jenny, I saw you pop on earlier, but it's harder to talk in the middle of an interview. So, how you doing? All right, I've got some The Boys for you. Probably a good idea to grab these up because it looks like we have not repriced them in any way. They're mostly cover price for you guys. All right, so here is The Boys. This is the Boys that the show is based on. This one is The Boys and number 9 for just $3. I've got a couple of those. And number 10 is $4. I've got quite a few. You guys can corner the market on it if you like. Surely that's the first appearance of somebody. Curtis, I see your Boys 9. I'll pull that in a second. I've got 2 copies of The Boys number 12 for just $3 a piece. What are weird sizes? That's what I want to know. How do I get weird sizes, Ashton? I've got weird size feet. I've got number 65 of The Boys for $5. And number 66 for $5. Pull it up. I don't know what to tell you about this because it is numbered for number 67, but says 66 on the cover. So that might actually be 67. That is weird. Because here's actual number 66 with the correct coding on it, and those are 5. Let me pull what everybody needs here. Everyone, I think, is talking to me from Facebook. That makes it easier. Okay. Matt and Curtis, you've got the 2 boys that I've got, number 9s. All right, still Fox. I've got that. And McMains. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Okay, so I've got the 9s pulled for you guys. I see some 10s called here. Stell Fox, Matt Mains, and Gil. I got you, Gil. And then I see number 12 being grabbed up by Matt. Still have another copy of 12 if anybody needs it. Curtis needs 65. 66. And the weird, you want the other, both of the 66s or the ones that are marked as 66s? Because they're both say 66, but this one's coded to be 67. So I'm assuming it's 67 and they messed it up. So who knows? So Curtis, I've got all those pulled for you. So we still have 6, 11 and a half, 15 and a half, and then like 18s and women's. What? That's crazy. I can't even fit the 6s. Dadgummit. I was hoping they had guy sizes that would equate to women's sizes I could wear. Poop. You know what I have big regrets about is I've always wanted bug stompers, and I've never been able to be on when they've gone out. Of course, most people that want bug stoppers are women, and I have a popular size in women, so grr. Does anyone else have really cool Nikes, like the ones from Back to the Future or anything cool? This one is a Brickleberry Armageddon Part 1. This one is truly an awesome raunchy romp. I think, trying to think what the one that's going on right now that is so gross about the druggy guy. It's an image. Why can't I think of it, guys? Someone hit me up. All right, Buck Rogers number 0 is just $3. Buck Rogers number 1 is just a weird price. You guys can probably know more than I do. Why is it priced at $5.49? I have no idea, but you can get it there. Okay, I also have Cage Hero number 1. This is weird. The first 3 people that call it can get them for $1 because for some reason there's 3 copies in here that say $1 and the other ones say cover price. So really crazy. And Cage Hero number 2. Matt, see your buck. Got you, Matt. Ta-da. Take down this top row. Okay, Curtis wants one of those dollar Cage Heroes. It says it's done by Eastman and Parker, but I don't know if it's that Eastman. Okay. Cage Hero number 1, that is Stealth Box. All right. This is Kirby Genesis Captain Victory number 1 for $6. Okay, this is Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers. This number 1 looks really interesting. It's by Joe Casey and Nathan Fox. That is number 1, just regular cover price. And then it skips to 5 and 6. I apologize. 5 and 6. I will tell you that this is a remarkably good series, despite the fact that it seems like a ridiculous thing. There's a whole run here, so we'll try to keep the run together if we can. This is Centipede. It is a series of 1 through 5, but it was written by Max Bemis, so Max Bemis knows what he's doing. There is number 1, number 2, these are all cover, 3, 4, and 5. Jenny, I don't believe I'm a Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight, but Moon Knight is a little bit, questions his what's his sanity too much for me. Probably not me. Brandon's going to take that Centipede a lot, which leaves us just with the number 5. And we're going to take a quick break because it's the half an hour mark. Please stay tuned. We're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Maybe. We're ready to go to break if you are.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Today's comics market is ripe with new titles by creators who are determined to get their books into your hands. My name is Henri Compan. For the last decade, I've been making and selling my own creator-owned comics and dealing as a collector in live sales. My signature series, Yi Sun Shin, is the book that cannot be defeated in battle and has over 250,000 copies in print. Now I'm taking comics to the next level and laying the groundwork for my fellow creators to get their voices heard so they can connect directly with you. This is your chance to engage live with top comic book talent and get your comics signed without having to wait in long lines or pay any fees. But remember, we only have a limited amount of their books in stock, so always remember to call it as you see it.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Mish Mosh.
Hi, everybody. Not actually 80s and 90s night, but what can you do? It is right now Dynamite time. So we're going to go through some more Dynamite. Went through Boys already and Buck Rogers and those kind of things. I did want to show you guys, I don't know if you're ever interested in fun stuff like this. We have a local candle company that makes candles for us. We just tell them what we want to have for a theme, and they make them for us. This is basically that's one called The Boys. It says grass, dirt, and the onset of puberty, which is hilarious. It was a miscommunication. They didn't know we meant The Boys, the show. But remarkably, it works well anyway. But their candles smell so good. There's no way to describe how good these candles are. But if you would like a limited edition The Boys candle, they are $14 because they make them only in tiny batches. I think the total run of these was, I think we made 6 altogether. And we're probably not ever going to make it again. We'll choose something else for our next round of candles. So, not associated with the show The Boys or with Dynamite, but it is fun anyway. All right, here is an awesome thing from Tim Seeley, which you do know from a great many things, and Mirka Andolfo, who has now taken the world by storm with all the books she's been doing. This is a Chaos number 1. Chaos number 1. I've got a couple of those for just $4 a piece. Or I have that exact same cover as a variant, and it is just the line art there, and that one's just $10. Eventually, you're going to see some Chaos characters on the screen. I also have, number, okay. So I have got cover A of Charlie's Angels number 1. And a cover B So to continue our discussion, did anyone at all see the Space Jam? No Space Jam viewers? That would be really crazy if there was really nobody. All right, this one is Charmed number 3. Charmed number 3. This is a 1 in 10 variant, and it is just $4. Just regular cover price, 1 in 10 variant, and also 1 in 10 for number 4 for Charmed. It's a show I never watched, but I totally was aware of because it was in pop culture. Gotcha, Matt. It's on your watch list. Everyone's going to go see it. I love the first one. When that came out in the 90s, it was when I had my first store. And I think we went and watched that, I don't know how many times in the movie theater all together. I loved watching that. I don't know, there was just something about it. Maybe it was because of when it was released. It was so nice. I don't know. All right, here we go. This is a series that's out of the Chaos universe. It's called Chastity. This one is number 1, Chastity. This is also a number 1. We're going to call this one Crossbow. This one is gorgeous, man. This is another variant. We're going to call this Slaying the Demon. Slaying the Demon. We're going to call this one Mohawk. Also another number 1. And then this one's funny. This one's a number 3, but it's also a very homage cover. It says, I'm sorry, Chastity, but we cannot admit you into our Super Dynamite Club. Your low score on the test we gave you proves that your powers are just too ordinary. Featuring the Legion of Super Chaos, which is obviously a Legion of Superheroes. Then I have to check and see what number this one is. All right, this one is a number 3. It looks like the cover of a magazine. Chastity marks inside the heart, mind, and soul of a teen dream. This is a number 4. Gorgeous, so beautiful. This is number 4, like Disney cartoon cover. Number 4. Call that Mohawks. This one is number 5. Looks like she's enjoying a concert. Oops, this one goes back here. Number 5 with the moon. Number 5, slicing. Is that what's going on? JD just like put people to sleep with just her description of stuff. All right. I wish I had more copies of this one. This is an all ages book. It says, in another moment, Alice was through the glass and in a looking glass room. There's a fire, just like at home. Goodness, exclaimed Alice. So this is the complete Alice in Wonderland. This is number 3. Number 3. That one is $5. Why don't you look up Rosie Higgins Spider-Man redesign? Because it looks awesome and I love it. Is it current or an older thing? All right. If you like cool crime noir, this is an Andy Diggle book series called Control. It's Andy Diggle and Angela Krushank and Andrew Moody and that Vladimir Popov. You probably know all those names from other things. That is the number 1. Number 2. There's number 4. Got more number 1. And another number 2. So I've got 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Oh, it's an older thing. Okay. I have George R. R. Martin's Clash of Kings, and this one is weirdly just number 15, but it is a 1 in 10 cover for just $5. All right, let's see how fast you guys can type here. I have 3 copies of The Darnation of Charlie Wormwood number 1s. These are all Dr. Christie books. So if you've watched any of our other shows or you know who Dr. Christie Blanche is, she is working with Garrett Gunn right now on Good Boy, and they've been working on it with other things too. So I only have 3 copies of this book at cover price. You should grab it up and dive into the stuff that she's been working on. This is a book series that she did and finished a few years ago. Wormwood gets grabbed up by Jeff Gill. You can get an autograph next time you see her. Darnation. I love it. Darnation. That's a good way to spell it. It works good. Perfect. Hi, guys. If you need stuff from here, you'll have to ask him. He'll come around for you.
Oh, I just wanted to look at the.
How about there?
See, oh,
It gives you a much better view.
I don't know how.
Straight on.
Right.
You're okay. And Brandon Luck gets the last, and that's out of those. Brandon Luck. Hey, Max, you probably want to come over here because I bet you they're going to want some of these. All right, and I have 1 copy. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover of Damsels number 1. Aww. It has damage to the very top of it there. Very top has Damsels number 1 has a ding, but it's J. Scott Campbell for cover price. Pretty good. I have Danger Girl and the Army of Darkness number 1. Also J. Scott Campbell cover, and that is also $4. Let me pull these down so we can fit more. Ooh. All right, this one is Dark Shadows. I only have 1 copy of this awesome classic series. It is number 7. It is Eisner nominated, and this cover is by Frank Avia. All right. When I was on a trip recently, I found at the Barnes & Noble the first 5 books in the Edgar Rice Burroughs series of John Carter. So it's Princess of Mars, Warlord of Mars. I can't remember all of them, but I'm in the middle of the first one, which I think is Princess of Mars. And so I've fallen in love with Deja because she's awesome. So it's funny because in the book, you think to yourself, she seems very scantily clad whenever you see her on covers. But in the book, I don't think she wears any clothes. And neither does John Carter. So it's common to not have clothes except for war, like gauntlets and stuff. So they are just trying to make it look just like the book says. So there is Deja Thoris on number 1. I've got a couple of those, just cover price. Then I've got this awesome cover. These are the A covers, by the way. That's A. I haven't seen very many people dress up as Deja Thoris, even though she's got a great costume. This one is a Tony Fleece variant for number 1. Right now, everybody knows Tony Fleece because of Stray Dogs. So if you like his work on Stray Dogs and My Little Pony, this cover of Deja Thoris is killer. Then I have a couple of the number 2s. The cover that I like to make fun of all the time, is really the Devilers, but I always said it looked like the Oilers since I'm from Houston, Texas. So if you like the Oilers, this is a spooky book by Joshua Hill Filikoff and Matt Triano. It's just a regular number 1, and it's a whole $3. Okay. This is a Rick Remender series. What in the world? All right. So if you want a series of 1 through 4, I have it for you. It's called Devolution. Rick Remender. I have got the number 1, the number 2, the number 3. Does that not creep you out or what? And a number 4 where it looks like a woolly mammoth has just gored somebody. So if you want a set of De-Evolution, I have that for you, all at cover price. Actually, the number 1 and 2 are actually lower than cover price because it's $5 for the set of them. So those are just $2.50 a piece. Dr. Spectre, Master of the Occult, written by Mark Waid. I only have the number 2, but if you're missing it from your collection, I've got it for $4 for you. Another of the Kirby Genesis books. This is Dragon's Bane number 1 for $5. Sticker on it from something else here. That doesn't even belong anywhere close to it. All right. All right, you guys like Elvira? This is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, number 3. That is the Linsner cover, and it is just $4. And number 5 is also just $5, and $4, and she has a Time magazine there as she's being wrapped up by a weird wormy thing. I don't know what that is. Take a second to say thank you to Nick Rucci and Dynamite Comics. They've always been good supporters of the store. So I'm happy to come on and show off the diversity of their line, which a lot of people think is much more narrow than it actually is. So I hope I've blown your mind with all the different kinds of books that they carry. Okay, I've got a bunch of Evil Ernie goodness. Evil Ernie, this is another Tim Seeley run. This is the number 1 for just cover price of $3.99. This is also a number 1. I'm going to call this Zombies. I'm going to call this one At the Principal's Office. I have number 2. That one is cover C. Cover C. This is cover A and has another character right here that's important. This is number 3A. This is 3B. Got you, Matt. Zombies. There you go, Matt. And this one is God Eater, number 4 at the counter. 2A, 3A, 2A with Mr. Smiley on there. 3A.
I think that is all we have.
Okay, there you go. All right, then I've got some vintage goodness here from Chaos Comics, which shouldn't really be in this drawer, but what can you do? Oh, God Eater 4. Matt, I got you. You a longtime fan of Evil Ernie, or are you just jumping in? So I've got some oldies here for you, okay? This is Evil Ernie Revenge. This is, it's got Adam Hughes covers there. That is number 2, and they're $2.50 each, which is actual cover price from back in the day. This one is number 3 of the Revenge storyline. Ooh, sorry. Matt, here is God Eater number 2. That is definitely an homage cover there. All right, then I also have from the storyline Straight to Heck and number 3s, which are $2.95, which is the original cover price. And number 5s, same price. Okay, the God Eater. Got you, Matt. Then I see Revenge 2 and 3, Ashton. Got you, Ashton. I've got your other pile over here. I'm going to move your pile over here so I can actually put it together with all your cool pops. There you go. Got those for you. And I think I got all of that. Perfect. Weirdly, I only have number 1 of this series. This one is by Dwayne Swerenski and Keith Burns. It's called Ex-Con. Darned if he does, dead if he doesn't. Number 1s of Ex-Con. Those are just $3 to try out. All right, these are really pretty. This is a Fathom Prelude. It is a number 1B, and it is a Mike Turner cover. And that is $10.50. And I will tell you that I know the girl who is the eye model for this character, and it's uncanny how much those are exactly her eyes. Just the eye model for Mike Turner. And this one's the Prelude 1D cover. And that one's just $3. All right, this is the kind of stuff I need to try to talk Mr. Nick out of if he has them. Flash Gordon, especially this one that has Ming the Merciless right there in the center of the front cover. That one is by Jeff Parker and Evan Shaner. Jordy Belair. Here's the B cover of that issue. I got you. I'll pull that for you, Jeff. I also have number 4. You've got some Hawkman. Number 6, it has Hans Zarkov and Dale. Number 6 with Ming at the very top there. That is number 7. And that is the B cover. That is 7A. I love Flash Gordon as a series so much. There is the B. And the A for number 8. And this is the annual for 2014. It is a big, thick prestige format book, and it is $8. Fathoms both get called by Jeff. Okay, I have more Clash of Kings. Where did that first part go? I don't know where I put it. Clash of Kings, number 10. And Game of Thrones, number 10. Both cover price, just in case you are missing them. Okay, make one more set of space here. All right, this one is Grand Passion, number 3. This one is a 1 in 10 variant for $7. All right, this is a little run of The Great Divide. It says a light reading for the apocalypse, free self-help book inside. There is number 3 for a cover price of $4. Number 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, every single one of them has a free different thing in it. This one says free RPG tools inside for number 4, free short story inside for number 5, and free song inside for number 6. So they all have a little something free in them. I don't know what this is. I'm going to have to look at it. This is the Legendary Green Hornet, Volume 1, first print. This one is definitely a ratio variant. What a great cover that is, and it's just $6. We got like 4 more minutes. I'm going to show you a couple more things. Okay, if you're interested in a trade paperback for that Centipede run that's by Max Venus, I have it for $20. When a terrifying creature from beyond the stars attacks his planet, Dale's journey begins, but he is not out to save his world. It is already too late for that. As the lone survivor, the only thing he wants is revenge. Also, Painkiller Jane, which advertises itself as an original sci-fi TV series that somehow I missed. It says Jane Basco was once an undercover cop attempting to infiltrate the Fonte mob. After gaining the trust of a mob boss, Joey Fonte, Jane was used by Fonte in a plot against a rival. This plot resulted in an explosion that forever changed Jane's life. On that day, Jane Basco died, and Painkiller Jane was born. This is the creative team of Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti, and more, much more. Just $20 for that awesome trade.
A trade paperback theater.
Thank you. Perfect. And for everybody that's kind of interested in that Devolution series that I had earlier for $20, this trade paperback, which says every living creature on Earth has been devolved. The evolutionary clock turned back, reverting all life to odd mutations and prehistoric incarnations. The cities of man are a little more than bloody territories ruthlessly dominated by tribal Neanderthals, ruling from the backs of mammoths, packs of saber-toothed tigers, and giant man-eating insects. Raja, one of the full remaining still sapient humans, heads to San Francisco to find the antidote for the world-changing DVO8 viral agent. Across the raceland, she'll have to convince the last pocket of humanity to join her quest to survive the Nazi hillbillies that rule them through fear. There you go. You didn't even know there'd be that craziness. Was it on Sci-Fi? I don't know how I missed it, but I sure did. Yep. And don't worry, after the break that's going to come up here in just a couple minutes, we are back for another 2 hours of awesomeness. We'll move away from the Dynamite, and I've got some other stuff pulled for you guys. Vampirilla, Southern Gothic. There are a bunch of really awesome Vampirilla stories you might be interested in. This one's a $20 trade. I also have Volume 1 of the Grant Morrison and Mark Millar Vampirilla Masters series for $25. Jeff needs Centipede and Devolution. I want to read Devolution too, and we can talk about it because it sounds really cool to me. I also have Vampirilla Fairy Tales. This one's got stories and art by a gajillion people, including Gail Simone, Steve Niles. Trying to think of who on here you guys might love. Mirka and Dolfo, and this one is a $20 trade. Vampirilla Bites. This one's got a great Linsner cover. This one collects a bunch of really awesome things, including Vampirilla versus Fluffy. And that one is just $16. Vampirilla and the Scarlet Legion is also a $20 trade. So I'm hurrying through this part. We're going to take our break here soon. Give me just a second. I'm going to finish these last couple ones, and then we'll break it. Did you know that Altered Carbon, the show that is on Netflix, I believe, or it could be Amazon Prime, is based on an actual comic book? Have I already talked about that, Flash Gordon? I have, Richard. But you can watch it back, or I can flip through it right after we come right back, okay? If you want to read the original content of what that universe is like. This one is a $25 trade of Altered Carbon. When you haven't watched the show yet, you absolutely must. Buck Rogers Volume 1, Future Shock. This one is a $25 Buck Rogers hardcover. I also have a Twilight Zone. We're out of Volume 1. It's so popular we can't keep it in, but this one is Volume 2 for $16 if you wanted to grab that. And I also have Volume 3 of that for $16. You can corner the market on my 2s and 3s. All right, everybody. When we come back, Richard, I'll go through that real fast for you, and then we're going to start a whole new cool collection that we've got. A lot of indies and other good things, mostly at cover price, so you can save a lot of money. See you guys in just a second after this break.
There's a town that lies nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains in the great American state of Pennsylvania. The name of the town is White Ash. With a town charter dating back to 1714, it's one of the oldest towns in the country. And as you can tell from how hard those smokestacks are puffing, it's also one of the coldest. Thankfully, the people of White Ash have a secret that's dark and very deep. A secret to keeping warm, bituminous coal. From bituminous coal as a product ingredient comes heat, power, transportation, and necessities and luxuries almost beyond count. And where, you might ask, does all that coal come from? The answer is places like Alden Mountain and towns just like White Ash, where it's dug from the mountains by the hardest working men in America, our coal miners. But while an industry supports the town supports the industry. Here are two of White Ash's finest young entrepreneurs, Catlin and Kyle, owners of the Double K gas station. Coming or going, they'll get you there. But a town can't be all work and no play. Hello, Alec. Hello, Lillian. Where are you two kids going? Why, they're going to Sif's. Don't let its Nordic theme fool you. The most popular place in every American town is the local diner, and Sif's is no exception. Home to the world-famous Stack Attack, Sif's have been filling the bellies of White Ashians since 1895. Yes, White Ash, founded by men who came from the four corners of the earth, bringing with them innovation, can-do spirit, and dark, dark secrets.
Mish Mosh.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to do real Mish Mosh now from here on out. Jeff Gill, I got your Twilight Zone trades. No big deal, they're in your pile. And I had a question to answer from Richard Chip. He wanted to know about the Flash Gordon stuff. I have got a couple different copies of number ones here that are cover price. That's a 4. There's a 6. 6 with a different cover there. Couple covers of number 7. 8 has a couple covers. And then there's a Flash annual there for you. And that one is a $8 cover price annual there. All right, let's have some fun. All right, I'm going to keep asking because sometime I'm going to find the person that asked me the question. someone asked me during one show if I had 80 After Death, the full series. This is the Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire series. I've got books 1, 2, and 3 here at just regular old cover price, which is $6 a piece. It's amazing. Is it Curtis? Yes, I found you. There you go, Curtis. In your pile. I think I've asked like on 4 shows. Yay! Okay. Now, I did an interview. Aha, perfect. You don't even have to call it. I was just trying to match you to the right thing. I had 2 interviews today. One was with Austin Janoski, who's got a book from Scout called The Stanley the Snowman. But what was cool, I found out about him, he's done a bunch of stuff, including being in movies and stuff. But I pulled some stuff that he actually has work in, so in case you were interested in trying it out. Part of it, surprisingly, is in books by Dirk Manning. I don't know if you guys are familiar with all of his work. He does really great spooky stuff. It's all horror, at least in these books, the Nightmare World stuff. So he did work in this book in a storyline called, I'm going to show it to you. You know, always when you're not looking for it. It's called Trust Your Mechanic, which the art style looks a lot like Rob Guillory from Farmhand, if you like that. But it's a whole bunch of spooky stories in here by people that you know and love. It's by Devil's Due Comics. This one's just $17 if you wanted to read something by him before Stanley the Snowman comes out. And it's also signed by Dirk Manning and is remarked. No extra charge. This is volume 4 of his Nightmare World series. So if you get it and you like it and you want the other volumes, I have them, including the giant omnibus. So the omnibus is like a $70 hardcover. So only for people that are serious about their love of Dirk Manning and friends. But the other cool thing that I learned today is that he also did work on, this is his book, Divine Retribution. This one just came out from Second Sight a couple weeks ago and is completely sold out at distribution. I only found that out from him today. So I have 2 copies of number 1 left, and then there's no way for me to get any more. So if you were interested in one of these 2 copies, it's about a woman who has, just like all the rest of us, at least the way that this universe is presented, everyone has a guardian angel and a demon that kind of like hangs out with them. So there you go. It was a great number 1. I read it and reviewed it. Brandon wants one of those. And I have 1 left, and then that's a complete sellout. I won't be able to replace it. The Nightmare World, the little book of volume 4 is only $17. That's just $17. And the big one that has all 4 volumes and is still shrink wrapped is a $70 book. Okay, the second person to call the divine and wins is the Ashton Remington. Sorry, if I ever call you the something, I don't mean that you're a the something. I watched way too much Teen Titan Go when the boys were young, and so now I put the in the weirdest places because I talk like Starfire. So if you ever hear me talk like Starfire, it's because I'm talking like Starfire. We have weird things that we have picked up as a family, so I sometimes forget that other people don't know that's what I'm doing. I think, what in the world? Okay, and also who I talked to today is a gentleman named Tom Lintern. If you wanted to go back and watch that later on, I'm sure it'll be posted up by the time we're done with our show. 2 good interviews. This one is the creator of A Mullet Cop. So it's all Tom Lintern. This is a writing, art, and all is all by this exact same person. Lives in Brooklyn, New York. And primarily does a lot of illustration work for books, does illustration work for, like, if you needed to have like movie or TV thumbnails, he does a lot of that. But this is going to be a really awesome book that comes out. I believe it comes out in September, like September 1st. I have the ash cans here that you can still grab up for $5 if you're interested. Just wanted to get you guys all hyped up. All right, let's do actual stuff that I pulled today. What do I got? I'm going to do, that's vintage, so I'm going to do vintage last. Let's start out with this one. It's facing the right way. I hate it when I pull books and then they're facing the wrong way and I have to turn the whole thing around. Ooh, yeah. You guys like indies, right? I've got some indies here on the top. Jeff Gill wants to read some Mullet Cop. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the book is about. Okay, so the Mullet Cop is an undercover cop, but he is an undercover cop at a mall. So imagine a mall from the 1980s, a really huge one, sprawling one, and actually set in the future, as you can tell. Everyone looks like future guys. And they there are different kind of like gangs that he encounters in the mall that he has to deal with. And he said the best character to kind of like compare him to is like Michael Knight from Knight Rider, because the crazy thing, he said he wanted to make it as crazy as he could. So instead of having a Knight Rider car that talks to him, he runs, also on top of being an undercover cop, runs one of the eateries in the mall. And in the eatery of the mall, he has a microwave that talks to him and helps him solve things. No lie, that is exactly what it's about. So there you go. If you want to read a ridiculousness that has a talking microwave and is set in the 80s/future, this is a Mullet Cop. Now tell me that doesn't sound awesome. All right, I've got some cover price indies here. I will put them in bags and boards. I just didn't do them beforehand because I'm a dope. All right, let's do this in order, though. I have got Coffin Bound #1s. This one is a killer pitch. Says cars, guns, entropy. Izzy Tyburn has promised the world that if it won't have her in it, it'll have nothing of her at all. Chased by an unstoppable killer, she's retreading her life, leaving nothing behind but burned rubber, ash, and the sun-scorched bones of those who get in her way. Coffin Bound and #1. Jeff's going to jump in. Warren Ellis says it's a darned joy. And I also have a #2 in here if you wanted to get to #2. Where's your video? What is Ship supposed to be making you? I also have an awesome one-shot. This is The Crow, Hark the Herald. It's the best I can do for making up the fact I didn't have any Crow pops today. I apologize. One shot. By the way, if you just randomly see pops back here you're interested in, I'm happy to show them to you. I'm not really selling pops during this show, but as I'm using this backdrop, and if it makes you crazy and you really want them, you can call them. Or you can DM me for later. I've got Deadly Class #35 and #30. All right, from Cullen Bunn and Brian Hurt and Tyler Crook, all amazing names. This is Manor Black #2. Dixie Diner. Oh, this is awesome. So this is actually a book that's made by a local creator. It's called Mudbug, plus The Man Called Rawhide. So it's produced in Houston, so it's a little bit Houston-y. It's from a company called Humid Press. It has really great art inside. In case you're wondering, it's just a bunch of scribble scrabble. It is not. If you want to support a local creator for $5, you can get this Mudbug with a cool homage back cover. This kind of skips around a little bit, but good for filling in. I have got No One Left to Fight, which says on the front cover it's the best comic ever, which I don't know if that's true, but it's Aubrey Sitterson. And I have #1 at cover price. #3 at cover price. And #5 at cover price. And anytime you can find yourself a Black Mask comic book, you should grab it. This one is a number 1 and number 2 of Nobody is in Control. Planned Obsolescence, number 1. And number 2 is titled The Missile. Cover price. Let's see if this is backwards. Of course it is. I'm going to turn it all the way around. Ooh, no, but I'm going to take these out first. Okay. This is an Image Skybound book, Reaver number 6, just in case you missed it. Reaver number 6. It's currently ongoing, I believe. No body. It's grabbed up by Brandon. Brandon, I'll make sure that I get all these bagged and board for you guys before I go, okay? All right, this was a really awesome series that came out a year or 2 ago called Strayed. This is the number 3. And this is number 4. Richard, I am so sorry. Brandon already claimed those 2 sweet books. Chip, did you need any of the Flash Gordons? Let me know. Put that right there. And the Nightmare Worlds I'll pull down, so I have room here. All right, I've got some great Rat Queens here. I have number 10, number 11, 11B, number 12A. Oh, I'm so sorry, Richard. Number 12B. Number 14, and that one is an A. 14B. 15. And 17. 17 has a little bit of rub. The faster, yep, I think you're right. Doesn't hurt to watch on one site and call on the other if it does better for you. What we're talking about is that people are often watching on different sites. So if you're watching from Facebook, for example, you won't see what anyone calls if they're watching from YouTube. So don't be freaked out if I call something for somebody else and you're like, I didn't see that person call. That's what's going on. And for $1.50 each, I have Midnight Mystery City of Ghosts, number 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. These are great books that came out of Alterna Press. They're just as good as any regular old printed book, but they're nice and inexpensive. All right, Chrononauts Future Shock by Mark Millar. I've got a blank copy. And I've got a number 4 with the Netflix logo all over it. So I guess you can figure out what that means probably. Netflix has got first look deals with everything Mark Millar produces. So if you wonder why in the world you see so much of his stuff produced, it's because that's what they're doing. And woohoo! This is a Dark Age of number 4 hidden in this box. Better grab that up. No Crow fans. Okay. All right, now I can turn this the other way. Okay. Midnight Mystery goes to Jeff Gill. It is yours. All right, this one is either called Leaving Megalopolis or Surviving Megalopolis, depending on how you can read it. It's really Leaving Megalopolis. This is by Gail Simone. There are number 1s here at cover price. I also have number 2s and 4. Looks like I have one copy of The Crisis on Infinite Earths, The Untold Story by Wolfman. It's a little batch of some DC here. Hey, Pam. These are all, looks like $1.99-ish. I've got number 7 of Legends of the DC Universe. 8, 9, 12, 13, 20, 21, 28, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Had a really good time at Comic Palooza this week. Got some good interviews in, so I hope we'll be able to broadcast those again for you guys so you can see who I got to talk to, what we talked about. This is Legacy number 1. It's a majestic book. And it is a glow-in-the-dark one, I remember. Yep. $2.25 for Legacy number 1 there. All right, I have got Regression number 4. Wish I had more of that series for you in individual ones, but I just have the number 4. Legacy 1 goes to Matt Baines. I have got Animosity Evolution number 1. This is a variant from Geek Out Comics, just cover price for those. I think Evolution was the second series of Animosity that came out. Animosity is in development still. Slowly but surely, y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what number this is. Gotcha, Brandon. This is either number 1 or number 2, and I want to make sure. Yep. Okay, this is a B cover of Sword Daughter number 1. That's Sword Daughter number 1. Just regular cover price. And Sword Daughter number 2. Okay, Evolution copy goes to Brandon. I also have a Betty page number 2. This one is the incentive cover. Normally a $20 book for just cover price. All right. One of my favorite series for just being as ridiculous as possible. If you want to support a great creative team who went around and did a really cool store jump. Hey, Johnny. Where they went from store to store tour, a store tour. That's what it's called. All right, Johnny, I got you. They were crazy fun when they came to. Okay, I have got Curse Words, number 13, number 14, and number 20. Crazy, crazy story. And I have a really cool, this looks like a homage variant to Copperhead number 15. I think it's supposed to look just like a Walking Dead, obviously. Copperhead was a great series about a woman who's a sheriff who gets assigned to a far-off planet with her child. And the old sheriff has been killed, and that's why she's replacing them. And there's a mystery that has been going on their planet or whatever. She has an interesting sidekick. I have Poe Dameron, Star Wars number 21. I got a couple of those. Poe Dameron. This out of the way. When we come back from the break, I'm going to do a little bit more trade paperbacks for you guys. Just so you're warmed up to it. I have Black Science number 35 and number 36. Someday I'm going to read Black Science. Just got to make myself do it. This is a great series from the New Age of Heroes, Dark Knight's Metal line, New Challengers number 1s, and then I've got a number 2. Those are both cover price. For cover price, I've got the Tick, Clowns and Ninjas and Knights. Oh my. So this one is number 2. It says it's Bun. Could that be our friend? Let's look. Is it Cullen? It is Cullen Bunn riding the Tick. There you go. Tick number 2. Just cover price of $3.99. Feels like a steal. Astonishing X-Men 51. It's the wedding issue. And X-Men Gold number 30. Another wedding issue. Matt Maines wants the Tick. I don't blame you. A little bit of Grayson here from New 52. I've got number 2. This is written by Tim Seeley and Tom King. Number 4, this one is the Lego Man cover. Then I have 13, 14, and 15. Got the owl court there. And there's number 17. All right, this one's Knights of the Dinner Table, number 57. And it's 61. Like this one says, nothing adventured, nothing gained. Nice. 1 minute. Can I fit anything else on the board in the 1 minute? Let's see. How about Silver Surfer number 14 from the Dan Slott run for cover price? All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to do some trades a little bit for just a tiny segment, and then I've got plenty more books, lots of indies and other goodies. See you guys in just a second. are watching Minute to Skim It on the Experience, so hello. All right, I've got lots of books to review for you guys today. And Hannah just basically showed up just the number ones and showed them to me, and I was like, oh, we have
Just for the indies.
Just for the indies, yeah. I was like, we have got a lot to do.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Mish Mosh.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This is Mish Mosh with Miss Jen on the Experience. Please do hit that like and love on share and ring that bell and all those other awesome things that let other people know what you're doing for fun, and so they want to join too and be part of the cool kids. Thank you so much for all the times you guys have shared. We super appreciate it. We're going to jump back in here. If you were just watching for the first time, I see Nicole is watching from the Facebook. Just fill out this form that's scrolling at the bottom, or send me a direct message from Facebook. Just Jen King. Just send me a message. It doesn't have to have any information in it. Just a hi is fine. And I will send you our full schedule of shows that go throughout the week, because I also broadcast on the Comic Book Shopping Network and occasionally from my own store page. But if you like a lot of good information about what's going on in the industry, our store page is pretty great. And then I also try to share it everywhere else that I am part of. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to do some trades really fast. These are awesome ones. This is from Ashley Witter. Squarriors. If you have never tried Squarriors before, I got to read this to you because it's awesome. Since the demise of humanity, the remaining animal life on the planet have become intelligent. The sudden spark of rational thought creates an internal struggle for these creatures. Instinct versus reason. Animals of all species find themselves creating tribes and societies, each with their own beliefs, leaders, laws, and even armies. Some are working to be civilized, while others embrace the barbaric ways of their ancestors. This is a $19 trade from Devil's Due First Comics. I gotta show you the interior art, because the interior art is killer. Looks like hyper realistic, right?
A trade paperback theater.
Yes, thank you. I always forget to say that I'm going to do it. I'm so sorry, JD. All right. Heck Boy and the BPRD from 1954. This one is an awesome story. It says, no longer a rookie, Hellboy joins other Bureau agents in a series of far-flung mysteries that take them searching for Yetis, terrorizing an Arctic research team, into the American suburbs where a family is haunted by a phantom monkey, and to a Hong Kong showdown with demons drawn to a Chinese artifact. iZombie co-creator Chris Roberson teams with Mike Mignola and a team of artists to uncover the horror and intrigue of a growing occult Cold War. There you go. That is a $20 trade. From Boom Studios, this is Sombra. I love this series. I read it at Disneyland, I think, when my family was doing crazy rides. Conrad Marlowe is a respected DEA agent when he disappeared in Mexico while investigating the ruthless drug cartels. Years later, he has resurfaced as a cult leader who has made it his mission to out-brutalize the cartels, terrorizing the country. The only DEA agent willing to follow his trail of violence is his own daughter, and with the help of a journalist on the ground, she'll have to face the horrors of what her father has become if she wants to survive and bring him to justice. This is also a $20 trade. Sombra. I also have Volume 3 of the Sheltered series. This one deals with a pre-apocalyptic tale of survival at any cost. The children of Safe Haven sacrifice their own families in an attempt to survive a disaster that's poised to wipe out most of North America. However, the outside world is closing in and the kids have turned their sanctuary into a war zone. The end of the world is now the least of their concerns. This one is a $15 trade. One more, and then we'll go back to regular books. Sombra sounds good to Jeff. Jeff, we can talk about that, because I love that series. And Son of Shaolin. Son of Shaolin is an image book. This one says, Kung Fu epic set in the back alleys and subway tunnels of Harlem. Kyrie, an aspiring street artist who is struggling to make ends meet, learns that he is the last of living descendant of the secret sect of ancient Shaolin elders. Confused and unsure where to turn, he finds a father figure in the mysterious Master Fong. Fong trains Kyrie in a martial arts in anticipation of an attack from Red Fist, a relentless killer who has already murdered the rest of Kyrie's bloodline. Show you the art style. And it is also, Image Top Cow, 17. All right, here we go. Regular books again. Move all this out of the way. Thank you for everyone that's hanging out with us. This is an extra long version of our show since we added an hour this week just to help cover some missing stuff. Missing space. All right, I have Deadpool number 6. This is the Scotty Young run. Just cover. I have a Riverdale number 12. This is the photo cover. I have an Iceman number 6. Jessica Jones number 13, which is essentially just a single standalone issue because it was the return of Purple Man number 1. It's a heartbreaking issue. If you've never read Jessica Jones or don't know anything about it, that is a good standalone book to read. And still, I would be grabbing all of these up. Master of Kung Fu. This is the legacy number standalone called Shang-Chi's Day Off. And I've got some early Oblivion Song here. All in a row. Oblivion Song number 7, 8, and 9. This is a series from Robert Kirkman. I know, yeah. The pops are just happened to be here. They were up here from before. I just never, ever move them down because we also use it as a display during the day when we're not using it as a live broadcast studio. All right. Savage Things is a DC Vertigo series. I have number 7 and number 8. If you wanted to fill in your series there, cover price. I'm just telling you, these books in any number are becoming harder and harder to get. So if you're trying to fill in these collections, do it before she shows up on the screen. Miss Marvel number 23, 25, and 25 variant cover. Welcome, Sean. I'm glad you're hanging out with us today. If you have any questions, let us know. There's information scrolling around on the very bottom of the screen. Makes it easy for you to understand our shipping schedule and costs. I did have fun at CP yesterday. I talked to a lot of people that went while I was there and a lot of people that were vending, and they were saying that Sunday felt like a Saturday, so it was very busy for them. That was great. Ringside number 11 is an image book. I also have the variant cover for Ringside 11 and a number 12. I'm guessing it has to deal with boxing. Ooh, here you go. Of the 4-issue miniseries, I'm only missing number 1 here. This is Justice League, No Justice from Snyder. Number 2, 3, and 4. All I have to do is hunt down the number 1. This Marvel 25 variant. And the Kung Fu goes for cover price. Jeff Gill. All right, this is Batman number 58. It says a penguin has a secret and the Dark Knight will pay the price. Part of the Tom King run. And this is a first print Marvel Comics Presents number 1. Number 1, Marvel Comics Presents. I don't remember which issue has the first appearance of his daughter Rain, but there you go. At least you have the number 1. There is an Uncanny X-Men number 10 in here, part of the Disassembled storyline. I had forgotten that they did this. This is Star Trek versus Transformers number 4. That is cover A. It did have a Shaolin trade. It's a Son of Shaolin book, Val. The trade is a $17 trade. It's about a young man who finds out he is the last of a long line of Shaolin elders, and he lives in Harlem. Okay, Jeff is going to take the Marvel Comics Presents. Yes, sometimes I do things just because I think it's funny. Batman number 63 with John Constantine. Okay, Shaolin. And the Star Trek goes to Val. Hello. And there it is, Val. I'm running out of spaces for people. Put it right here. All right, I have got Wonder Woman number 63. She did this. Wonder Woman brought the monsters here. Did she? Great storyline. This one is Fantastic Four number 6 by Dan Slott. Herald of Doom, part 1. What's cool is the storyline that they're in now is getting married. I mean, I guess why not? Get to rule a whole nation. How about a Shuri number 4? Grab that up before she takes the mantle on of the Black Panther. And another awesome book. This one is a special 650th issue spectacular Fantastic Four number 5 with the marriage of Ben Grimm. Everyone's been getting married. Here's a variant of A Train Called Love number 8. It's a 1 in 10 just for cover price. This is one of my favorite covers. This one is Batman 44, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. Part of a two-part cover set in which the other one has Bruce Wayne looking in his mirror with his wedding garb on. There's some X-Men Golds. There is a number 26, which is the engagement. And number 30, which is the finale. That is the wedding. So many wedding things on the board. And a Fantastic Four wedding special. Okay, get all this stuff down. Except for that Batman, which I just put up. Okay, let me find out. This is a 1 in... It's either a 1 in 30 or a 1 in 50 cover of Vampirilla. I don't know the number. There you go. It's just cover price. Vampirilla 1 in 50, 1 in 30, something like that. It is the wedding show. And then I also have Vampirilla Roses for the Dead. 2 variant covers. That's a Billy Tucci cover for cover price. It's the 1 in 10. And the Linsner 1 in 20 variant. And that one is also cover price. Still Fox, I got you this one. Congratulations. All right, I've got some great Star Wars here I'm going to offer at cover price. I am certain that these are all worth way more money than cover price, so I hope you guys all win. Yeah, at the beginning. Okay, I have got for cover price Star Wars Jabba the Hutt, The Betrayal. Star Wars Tales from Mos Eisley, single shot. Star Wars, I'm going to put these together as one thing to buy. Star Wars Dark Force Rising, 1, 2, and 3. Jabba is going to Matt Mains. Put Batman away. The Tales from Mos Eisley, Val. I'll put that in your pile. You tell me if that's wrong. I have got back-to-back issues. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. That is a number 5 and a number 6. This is a single shot Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron special. I also have Star Wars The Protocol Offensive. It's co-written by Anthony Daniels, and it is a $5 cover price book. It's 48 pages, though. It's prestige format. I have Star Wars Boba Fett, number 3, Murder Most Foul. And that says Rogue. And then I've got Star Wars Classic Star Wars Devil Worlds number 1s. I've got 2 copies. I've got 1 copy of a number 2. Okay, Matt Mains says Rogue and got Rogue. Rogue Special. Oh, Anthony Daniels. Okay, so the Rogue Special went to Matt Mains, Val, but you got the Anthony Daniels book. Boba goes to Matt. And I've got the Droids Special standalone. Dark Force set goes to Jeff Gill. Good grab, sir. By the way, that was Mars Attacks number 4, if you couldn't speak a Martian. Trying to make sure you had a chance at it. Droids goes to, looks like Matt. This one is Star Wars Dr. Aphra. There is a number 16, 18, 19, 20, and 21. You are welcome. It's a cool G.I. Joe number 7. That's a Verege cover before he started to do all of the Marvel ones. All right, this is the Marvels Project number 1 variant. Hey. All right, I've got 2 different covers for Die number 1. This is the one that doesn't have any speech bubbles. This one is one that has speech bubbles that say mission accomplished, and he says, I'd say so. Find it. It would probably be highly unlikely, Val. Our stock has been really picked over at the shop. The only reason I have these is because they came in a collection to the back room directly. There's been some guys that have been coming every weekend for months that come in and just spend a whole $100 every single time they come. They've almost cleaned out my drawers. 20 and 21, Jeff Gill. Okay, I have got from season 3, Kaiju Max, number 1, 2, and 3. Remember, Kaiju Max is really about a maximum security prison for kaiju. And it has now gone up to season like 5 or 6. It's done a lot. I also have God Complex, number 1. That is an Image Top Cow book. And a fun book from Boom Comics. This one's called The Deep. There is a number 2 and a number 3. How about a Ragman number 1? This is the first Ragman I ever read, and I really loved it. All right, I've got some Quantum and Woody awesomeness. Don't know which one is okay, here we go. This one is the pre-order edition, which is an homage cover. It says the strangest man of all time. Valiant as you like it. Is he man or goat, or is he both? And I'm guessing this is the A cover. It could be B. It's both issue number 3s. Okay, Max. If you're not busy, can you look these up and price them and put them out? All right, I have got a Star Wars number 57 action figure cover for General Madine. He always looks so chill. Got Green Lantern number 56, which is the foil cover. And at 54, not you, how can it be you? I don't know. Got a couple really nice B covers for Detective Comics. This one is 988 and 987. What were the Vampirilla left? The ones that were left were there are Roses for the Dead, the 1 in 10 cover for cover price for number 3, and the Linsner cover, that's Billy Tucci, sorry. And that is a Linsner cover, that's the 1 in 20. And that one was also cover price. Previously, like $12 for that one. Okay, I've got Kick A number 2. Kick A number 5.
Are these marks like part of the cover art, or is it damaged?
I don't know. If you find it on there and it has the same marks, then it is. Number 6. It looks kind of like the cover. All right, and I have got Eternal Empire, Sarah Vaughn from Image Comics. That is a number 4.
It is
and number 5.
It's not part of the cover. So how much?
Is that? Just cover price then.
Okay.
Oh, what's the cover price of those? Oh, that'd be helpful information. I'm sorry, Val. I think they're $3.99 books. That's my guess. Yeah, it's got to be $3.99. It doesn't have anything on it, so $3.99. And 7 to Eternity, number 11. Another series that I always thought was related to God Complex, but I think it was just because it came out near the same time. This is Bonehead number 4. Take the vampies. There you go, Val. And I have got Nightwing Magilla Gorilla, cover A. Okay, I've got Plastic Man, number 3 and number 4. Okay, and Motherlands is a DC Vertigo book. The family that stays together slays together, number 2.
What is the price on these?
The cost on them, you can do San Diego if you want.
Okay.
All right, everybody, it's time to take another break. We've got another whole hour coming up, which is super fun. I will see you guys in just a second. We're going to take time to see words from our sponsors and what's going on around the internet.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you. There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Mish Mosh.
Hi everybody and welcome back to Mish Mosh, in which it's only 80s and 90s, only a tiny bit of the time. Maybe it's when I grew up. How's that? We'll say it's 80s and 90s when I grew up. All right, we're going to do some more of our cover price books, awesomenesses, and then we're going to do a little more trade paperback theater in just a little bit. All right. Here we go. I've got some cool Nightwing here. I have got Nightwing number 49, Sound of Silencer, and number 50, which he has to deal with becoming a different whole person because of his head injury. 51B. And then 53. Kind of a crazy cool storyline they did if he gets shot in the head by KG Beast. Okay, this one is Bane Conquest number 5. Has Catwoman appearance. Got Harbinger Renegade number 7. I have got cover B. And I've got cover C. Okay, and I also have some awesome Giant Days. It's a really long running series. It's super cute. There is number 29, 39, and number 40. Probably need to list these if I don't sell them tonight. I have a lot of people asking for this stuff. This is Go-Go Power Rangers number 10, part of the Shattered Grid storyline. An amazing cover. And number 12, that is a variant of some sort. I can't remember what they call this one. And number 12, this one is the A cover. From Image Comics, this is a Rose number 11. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Faith and the Future Force. This is number 2, which is a flip cover. How about number 1, Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic, variant cover. Battle needs all the Go-Go's. I'm assuming you don't want doubles. Is that true? It's an amazing storyline. I love everything that they did for Shattered Grid. I remember going to Comic Palooza the year that storyline came out and having people dig through that pile over and over and over and over and over again looking for parts that they were missing. And most of the time finding it because I bought a bunch. Got you, Val. All right, I've got 2 copies of this awesome variant cover. This one is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, #1. It's an all green cover there. Just cover price. Called Limited Edition is the variant. Mace Windu to Jeff. Also a fun romp of a story. This is called Deadpool and the Mercs for Money, #1. This is a variant PX edition, and it is just cover price. The cool part about Mercs for Money is that he brought on people like Slapstick and other like B-rated characters, and they were supposed to be making money doing their hits for hire, but weren't doing a very good job. This one is a P-Bag variant cover of Bloodshot Reborn. It is a 1 in 10 cover, just cover price. Oh, here you go. This one is a Civil War II PX exclusive San Diego Comic-Con cover from 2016. Cover price. BP gets called. That one goes to Matt Maines. There's also Charlie's Angels #5. This is an incentive cover, a 1 in 10, just cover price. Change SFX brought to you by Matt counting down the drawer. No, that's Max. Max counting down the drawer. He's doing an amazing job. Don't give him a hard time. All right, this is Valiant High Variant Edition #1. Such a cute cover. I got your Civil War map. Yeah, it's short for Maximilian. He's named after the evil red robot in the Disney film Black Hole. Right, Max? Maximus? Decimus Brutus? He's totally ignoring me. All right, I also have a War Mother #1 variant. War Mother #1 variant. One of my favorite Valiant stories. Only beaten out by Britannia. While I'm thinking about it, get your phone out, scan this QR code, and you can get yourself a free webtoon that is made by Max. Webtoon. Free, 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 free. You do a screen grab too. If you guys missed it, let me know and I'll put it back up. This is all new Hawkeye #2. This is a variant cover for Hawkeye #2. Cover price. I also have the Inhumans Attilan Rising #3 variant for just cover price. Okay, Iceman #9, Fight to the Death with Dakin. Looks like he just got stabbed through. Makes it very clear. Hawkeye gets called by Johnny Day. Okay. Victor Laval's Destroyer. I have #5s. And #6s. This is from Boom Studios. All New Invaders #14. Just a regular old cover there. And All New Invaders #7, which has got the cutest cover ever. Look at that. She doesn't look very dangerous, does she? And weirdly, more Iceman, number 6. Champions Reunited, Part 1. Okay, I see Gods of War, number 4, which is a Civil War II crossover book. And so is number 3. Civil War II, one of those definitely evergreen storylines you should pick up. Hey, I found some more Star Wars goodness. You guys ready to type quickly? I hope. Okay, I have Star Wars number 11, Outlander. I didn't start my normal show until 6. Oh, sorry. So from 4 to 5 was my interview, and then from 5 to 6 was Mr. Nick's show, and then from 6 to 7 I did the second half of his show, and so from 7 to 9 is my regular show time right now. I may move around again, but for right now, that's it. Star Wars number 19. It's the first part of the Twilight storyline. Not that Twilight. Star Wars Republic, number 67 and number 68. I know, if it's too much of me, you can just tell me to go away. All right, this one's going to go as a set, just cover price, of course. These are $2.99. Star Wars Jedi vs. Sith, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 of Jedi vs. Sith. Sometimes I'm tired of myself. Does that count? My throat gets dry. Should have brought more water over. All right, Wonder Woman Day Special Edition. This one says free, so I guess it's free if you call it. Oh, yeah. I did not realize I had so much of these. Let's see if I can get it to go the other way here. Jeff Gill says Jedi Sith set first. Super fast call. www to Bell. Gotcha. I'm going to put these up in reverse order, so just know we're going backwards in time here. Totally Awesome Hulk is getting a lot of some heat here. This is Totally Awesome Hulk number 23. That is a Cho cover, and it's also an homage. I also have number 18. 17 is a Venomized variant. I've got a 17A cover. 16, which is awesome. It kind of shows how smart he is as he's just doing math while he's hanging out. 15 is a lot of the Spider. Oh, no, it has Shang-Chi, Silk, and Miss Marvel on the front cover. I have number 14. They're playing some b-ball. Number 13 also does, and this is assist with from Jeremy Lin here on the front cover. I have number 12, which is a Civil War tie-in. I got that matte. I'll pull that in just a second. I have number 11, where he is super mad that Bruce Banner was killed. Number 10. 9. couple 8s, a couple copies of 7, got 6, 5, 4, where he's kissing Lady Heckbender, 3 with Fing Fang Foom, and a number 2. Okay, so I got called from Matt Main's number 23. Does like your homage. Goodness, Hulk Jeremy. Okay, so Jeremy's on 2 of the covers, so let me know if you want both of them or not, because he's on the number 13 cover and he's on the number 14 cover. So I know you want the 13 because it says his name on there, but let me know if you want the 14 also. Whoa. Just got caught by the box. All right, the 6th gun, number 1 is a $1 book. So it's a number $1 book. It is also by Cullen Bunn. All right, and we're now going to do a little bit of paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
So fancy and pretentious. I love it so very much. All right, this one is Cat Poop 1. It is out of Antarctic Press. It is amazing, and I love this thing so much. It is essentially, let's see if it has a description inside. Otherwise, I'm going to do my own description. So the cool thing about this book is you can learn everything you ever wanted to know about the Vietnam War. But it's done just like Mouse is, in which it changes out the roles of people for animals. And the other amazing thing that it does is that it has parts like this at the very bottom where it says words like arc light. This is arc light. Starting countdown is the first line here, and it says arc light. Operation Arclight was the code name for the B-52 strategic bombers used in close air support roles in Vietnam during the war. The U.S. didn't officially carry out military operations outside South Vietnam, but the North Vietnamese supply routes called the Ho Chi Minh Trail ran across both Cambodia and Laos and were designated targets as a result. So there's a bunch of like really cool information. There's like whole pages of behind the Vietnam War. Does it have stuff at the end also? I mean, it's eye-opening. There was 2 series that they've done. This is the first volume, okay? So for just $13, you can get Cat Poop. And I have more Cat Poop copies if you don't get this one. I just go around the corner and get another copy for you guys. Now, Cat Poop it is. I think it should be an evergreen, just my opinion only. Okay, I also went over and picked up a copy of Briggs Land. This is a Dark Horse book. It says, an American family under siege. Nearly 100 square miles of rural wilderness, Briggs Land is the largest and most secretive anti-government secessionist movement in the United States. Founded in the years following the Civil War, it was a safe harbor for anyone looking to live a simple, quiet life off the grid. But in more recent times, it has devolved into a hotbed for extremism, armed militias, and domestic terrorism. Briggsland also represents billions of dollars in fracking leases, real estate development, and public works. Its incarcerated patriarch, Jim Briggs, has entered into negotiations to sell the entirety of the land to the government in exchange for an immediate release. Jim's wife, Grace, married into the family as a teenager and lived in it long enough to see the potential good buried into the layers of corruption and hatred. She seeks to rehabilitate Briggsland into something that both honors traditions and protects its citizens as they head into an uncertain future. But when she wrests control of the operation from her husband, she sparks a war in the community and within her own immediate family that threatens to bring the full power of the federal government down on their heads. This is a $20 trade paperback. Why didn't you finish? And Jeff's already calling it. That was all you needed, right? Just those first couple bits. Just saw the little... Oh, animatic in the top right corner. Yep. All right, this one is a very scary series called Colder. This one is by Paul Tobin. It says, an ex-inmate of an insane asylum that was destroyed in a fire, Declan Thomas has seen his body temperature slowly drop over the last 50 years. He never gets sick, never feels pain, and has a strange ability to step inside a person's madness and sometimes cure it. He hopes to someday cure his own, but time is running out as a demonic predator pursues him through a nightmare version of Boston. And when Declan's temperature reaches 0, it's over. That is an $18 trade called Colder. Just got a couple more here. This one is called Blackout, and it is by Frank J. Barbiere. This one says, Scott Travers is nothing special, but he possesses something that is very special, an outfit bearing technology that allows Travers to move in and out of our world through a shadowy parallel dimension. But he doesn't know how the device works or where it came from. With his benefactor missing and powerful adversaries after his blackout gear, Scott must master the suit's mysterious powers and find answers before the answers find him. This one is only $13. The last one of my favorite series of the last year or so. I don't know if you guys remember Bang when it came out. This is a Matt Kent, Wilfredo Torres book. It says, a great effed up blend of James Bond and Tintin. That was a quote from Keanu Reeves. And here's what it's about. The best of the best secret agent with memories he could possibly possess, a mystery writer in her 80s who spends her retirement solving crimes, a man of action with mysterious drugs that keep him ahead of a constant string of targeted disasters, a cybernetically enhanced woman with a sentient car, a seemingly omnipotent terrorist organization that might be behind it all, and they're all connected to one man, a science fiction author with more information that seems possible, whose books may hold the key to either saving reality or destroying it. That is a $20 book. Bang! Jeff wants a copy. All right. Feel a little bit, Jeff, like I just pick out books that I think you and I both like to read together. we can talk about them later in book club, right? We need to just start a book club where we can just talk about whatever we've been reading. You guys like that if we just did a show called Book Club? Val, did you say whether you wanted to have this one with him just on the cover or not? Just let me know. Put it right here until I hear from you. All right, here's another just dollar book. This is Southern Beaters. It is Image First book, just $1. Wish I had the rest of this to offer to you guys right now. Trespasser is an amazing Alterna press book. It's about this daughter and dad who go out into the middle of nowhere to escape all of the world. And then an actual alien comes wandering by their place. And in the first issue, they kill it, supposedly, but then it comes back. So this one's $1.50 for a number 3. Until you can hunt down the rest. Oh, snap. All right, I'm going to keep these together because this is a really hard to find set altogether. This one is Old Man Logan Past Live Storyline 21, 22, 23, and 24. And unbelievably, they are first prints. I remember this went to bunches of prints. Okay, I got you, Val. There's just 2 of them. Old Man goes to Brandon. Enjoy that read. It's good stuff, Lemire. Okay, also a series that I really enjoyed that you may have totally missed. It's called Infinity Countdown. There's the Prime part, and that is the variant cover. This one is just number 1, and it's a variant. Number 2 is a variant. There's a nice scroll on the front. There's number 3, and it's the variant. Here is the tie-in that has Darkhawk. And the tie-in Captain Marvel. So essentially you have everything that you're going to need. I don't think this had an alpha or a mega to it. So this is kind of a set of Infinity Countdown for you with all variant covers. What's Star Wars I have up? There is a Star Wars Republic 67 and 68, James. A number 19, which is the first part of the Twilight storyline. And number 11. I think that's all of it that I have up right now. Yeah. Okay, I have Return of Wolverine number 4. It's one of the Stan Lee Memorial covers. This one is Marvel Portraits of a Universe, book 3 of 4. I have Glory number 25. It looks like a variant cover. And my trades here. Yep, I showed him. All right, it is time for taking our last break. We'll do one more tiny little round of trade paperback theater when we come back, and the last of our books. I'll see you guys in just a second after this break.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Today's comics market is ripe with new titles by creators who are determined to get their books into your hands. My name is Henri Company. For the last decade, I've been making and selling my own creator-owned comics and dealing as a collector in live sales. My signature series, Yi Sun Shin, is the book that cannot be defeated in battle and has over 250,000 copies in print. Now I'm taking comics to the next level and laying the groundwork for my fellow creators to get their voices heard so they can connect directly with you. This is your chance to engage live with top comic book talent and get your comics signed without having to wait in long lines or pay any fees. But remember, we only have a limited amount of their books in stock, so always remember to call it as you see it.
Mish Mosh.
Perfect. Brian just noticed something cool. He says that whenever he turned his sound all the way down, it started to do all of the populations for captions, just started populating on their own. And I'll tell you, I have also noticed that because I turned down my iPhone whenever I am live with you guys, and when I'm watching it on my phone down here, it does actually populate all of the words I'm saying, which is awesome. All right, let's do the last of this box of regular books, and then I've got some vintage stuff, and we'll do our last trade paperback theater at the very end to wrap up the night. I have Catwoman #1 plus Scream Queen, regular cover price. This is Swamp Thing from New 52. This is the annual, written by Scott Snyder. It's also probably helpful, like if you need to watch from somewhere that you don't want to bug someone with the sound, you can turn it all the way down and have the captions come up. This is also Swamp Thing annual #2 in this box, both from New 52. Also, weirdly, there is Catwoman #43, and now She Cat. That's a Jim Ballant cover for $1.95, and Catwoman Year 2, which is #38. Hold $1.95 for those. Also have Lazarus #21, #19. #17, and #20s. And interesting, DC Lazarus 5, #1 of 5. That one is just $2.50. Crazy. All right, now we're switching away from modern books. I've got a whole bunch of vintage stuff in this box that is coming up here, just so you're aware. And then, as I mentioned, the very last thing is going to be the last trade paperback theater. I just want to pick some really good ones out. All right, there's a bunch of keys and minor keys in here, so I hope you guys are ready for some craziness. How about Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, #1. It's his first solo title, first silver dagger, uses black magic. It is $130, and it does come in a top loader. It is a gorgeous. Actually, I'm just going to replace all of this stuff. Hopefully this batch of books will blow your ever-living mind. I also have Doctor Strange #4. #4. There are some tiny spine ticks along the edge there, but it has death in it. And this one is $20. Also have #5. This one has a bondage cover because there's a young lady on the front cover that's in chains, and it's the origin of the silverbagger. And that one is $25. Also, #6 is a first appearance of Gaia for $20. Also have #7, which is the second appearance of Gaia, and that one is $8. #17 is $15. I'm assuming that a lot of this stuff's going to show up on the screen for the next movie. #18 has some spine ticks, but is really nice and bright. That is $7. 19 is the first appearance of Xander. It's Marv Wolfman and the Klaus Janson cover. That one is $8. Number 20 is another one that has some small spine ticks. That one's $7, and it has Xander on that cover. And number 24 is $10. It is another newsstand edition, small ticks. All right, this is Detective Comics number 359. This one is the facsimile cover, just so you know. Facsimile is $20, and it has the first Batgirl and Origin in it. I also have Omega number 1, the first issue, and this one's just $10. It's the first Omega the Unknown from 1976. I have a gorgeous Black Panther number 18. It is the variant edition Mike Turner. It's the wedding of Black Panther and Storm. This one is a 1 in 10, and it is $45. It does have a little tiny bit of cover rub at the very top. Okay, I have got Uncanny X-Men number 164. It's the first Carol Danvers as Binary with her binary power there, and has her origin. That is $40. I have Uncanny X-Men number 160. It's the first Magic Ileana Rasputin. Hot character. This one is $75. I have X-Men number 166. It's the first appearance of Lockheed. It's the death of the Brood Queen. And I've got this in Mylar. This is $35. I have Uncanny X-Men number 201. This is the first appearance of Cable as a baby. This one is a newsstand version. And it is $40. Uncanny X-Men number 248 is the first artwork on X-Men by Jim Lee, and that one is $25. Uncanny X-Men number 251. This one does have a tiny bit of tick on the spine. This is iconic Mark Silvestri cover, and it is $30. X-Men number 256, first Psylocke, first Quanon, who becomes a Ravage, Mandarin cover, classic Psylocke costume debut, Jim Lee cover, small spine ticks, $35. Uncanny X-Men number 269. This one's got Rogue, Magneto, and Miss Marvel. It's a newsstand version, has spine ticks, and is $25. This is all new X-Men number 39. This is a Sorrentino variant cover. It's a 1 in 20. And this one is $10. And this issue happens right before Iceman comes out. Okay, I've got Image Spawn Director's Cut number 1, 25th anniversary. That one is just $10. Here we go. Here's your first appearance of Rain, which is Wolverine's daughter. low print. This one is the second printing, and it is $6. $6. All right, this is Daredevil number 69. This one is a low grade. First Turk Barrett, and it is $12. Low grade. Daredevil number 114 with Man-Thing on the front cover, some small spine ticks, the first Deathstalker full appearance, and that one is $15. All right, this is Daredevil number 227. Kingpin discovers Daredevil's identity, secret identity. That one is $15. Daredevil number 290 is a bullseye cover. Small stress, $10. Daredevil number 58 is the first appearance of the modern Night Nurse. First Angela Del Toro, fourth White Tiger, first Night Nurse Linda Carter, and that one is $10. This one is Ultimate X number 1. It's the first appearance of Ultimate Wolverine, Jimmy Hudson, and that one is $15. All right, Batman Vengeance of Bane 2, The Redemption. This one is a follow-up to Vengeance of Bane number 1 and the conclusion of Nightfall. They do have small stresses on their spine, and they are $15. Justice League Adventures number 1. This one is a rare book. First issue with a painted cover from 2002, and it is $35. This is a Justice League of America reprint number 1 in 2000. And this one is $7. All-Star Comics number 2. This is one of those beautiful reprints. The first cameo, second Star Spangled Kid, Courtney Whitmore, which is the one that they use on CW. First cameo, Hot Girl and Naklon as Adam Smasher. This one is just $15. This is Crisis on Infinite Earth, Special Edition for just $5. Okay, this one is First and when Bacchion becomes the Nova Ranger, and it is the Scotty cover to the Infinity Gauntlet number 1, and this one is $25. This is the Clayton Crane variant of Thanos Legacy from Scorpion Comics. That one is $40. This is Deadpool's Secret Wars number 1, hip hop variant. And that one is $25. I have the Fantastic Four number 5. This is the one per store, Marriage of Ben Grimm and Alicia Masters. And this one is $30. I have the Bionic Woman from Charlton Comics number 2. That one's $10. I also have number 3 for $10. And number 5 for $10 for the Bionic Woman. All right, I have a Veronica number 8. That one is $7. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, number 2, for just $5 a piece. Got New Warriors and number 67 with an iconic cover, $10 a piece. Flaming Carrot Stories number 1 for $20. Flaming Carrot. Rocky H gets called. Val. Speak No Evil number 1 for $10. Got that, Val? I have Space Riders from Black Mask. Really hard to get books. Number 1 is 10. Number 2 is 10. Number 3 is 10. How about Lock and Key Small World number 1, subcover C is 10. Yeah? What character did you get to play, Brian? I've got Pinhead number 5, super old version of these books for $7. And number 4s for $5. I've got Clive Barker's Book of the Darned, number 4 for $50. Rare books. And number 3s for $15. You were Rocky. You were very little. Oh my. Controversy. X-Men Red, number 1, Scotty cover for $10. All right, we're going to do our last round of trade paperback theater. Let's do it.
A trade paperback theater.
All right, this is an awesome series from Mike Richardson and Paul Chadwick called Best Wishes. When two strangers cast coins into a Central Park fountain, their dreams and desires become miraculously intertwined. Cal wants fame and respect, and Mary craves true love from her pro-quarterback boyfriend, but destiny weaves a tangled fabric. Sometimes your dream comes true, but not for you. That one is $20. Oh, stage musical. Okay. Okay, this one is called Brain Boy, Volume 1, Psy vs. Psy. This is written by Fred Van Lente. This is raised by his parents' employer after their death. The world's most powerful telepath, Matt Price, honed his incredible psychic abilities under the tutelage of Albright Industries. He is a powerful asset when it comes to national security, and Albright now loans the young man a mind-reading teenage James Bond to the Secret Service to safeguard important political figures by mentally sweeping areas for danger. Called into duty when a United Nations conference puts the Secret Service on high alert, Agent Price finds himself wrapped up in a deadly game of psychic-powered political intrigue, positioning him in the crosshairs of angry protesters, a charismatic dictator, agents of a nuclear power, and the CIA, as he's set on a collision course with a man whose mental powers rival his own. Just $15 for this trade. I don't know where I put the other one. Oh, here we go. This one is a really recent series by J.M. DeMatteis called The Girl in the Bay, about a girl who dies and comes back to solve her own death, her own murder. In 1969, 17-year-old Kathy Satori is brutally attacked, her body hurled into Brooklyn's Sheepshead Bay. Miraculously, she survives, but surfaces 50 years later to find that a doppelganger has replaced her and lived out an entire lifetime in her place. Kathy soon confronts not just a strange double, but the madman who murdered her 5 decades earlier. Will he and the dark entity that hounds him hold the key to Kathy's missing years? Or will the girl in the bay become a shadowy ghost, haunting the world she desperately wants to be part of? This one is an $18 trade. This is Harrow County by Cullen Bunn and Tyler Crook, Volume 1. It says, young Emmy always knew that the woods surrounding her home crawled with ghosts and monsters, the countless haunts of Harrow County. But on the eve of her 18th birthday, she learns that she is connected to these creatures and the land itself in ways she never could have imagined. This one is a $15 trade, Harrow County. Girl in the Bay sounds good to Val. Harrow goes to Jeff. I highly recommend this series. Lifeformed actually just got picked up by another company to be put out. This one is The Girl at the End of the World. Orphaned in the wake of an alien invasion, Cleo left behind the life she knew to fight for the future of Earth. Now she and Alex, the shape-shifting rebel alien posing as her father, make a fearsome team in a guerrilla war against the invaders. But Cleo's past is about to come back to haunt her. An adversary she thought she'd seen the last of is out for revenge. Determined to ruin Cleo's life and destroy the trusting relationship Cleo has built with her alien dad, quote unquote. This one is only $13. Look that up and you'll see how cool that is. Space Riders I can show again. I will find those at the end of the show. They're underneath stuff. Hench Girl Expanded. Just know that Hench Girl, the only way you can get the trade paperback is from Dark Horse Books. The book itself was put out by Scout, I believe. Hench Girl, this is the expanded version of it, so it's the only way you can get all these books easily. If you try to find them individually, it'll cost you an arm and a leg. It says, Crepe City, modern day, a city once glorified for the quality of its thin pancakes, now dragged to ruin by an all-out war between heroes and villains. Enter Mary Posa, the hench girl with a heart of gold. This is her story. Here you go. And it also has 16 pages of exclusive new comics. This one's only $20. No lie, if you try to find that run of books, it'll cost you $300, $400. There you go, Brandon. There's a 1, 2, and 3 of Space Riders, and they are $10 a piece. And our last book before we call it, this is Lady Killer. Lady Killer by Joelle Jones. Highly recommended this series. It says, oh, it doesn't have an what is it about there? Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Just imagine a 60s housewife who is a mass murderer. There you go. And it is $18. All right. The writers go to Brandon Luck. Lady Killer goes to Jeff. Hench Girl goes to Val. Like how everybody is just liking the exact opposite things. So there's plenty to go around. Thank you guys so much for putting up with me for 4 hours today on the experience. I do love doing this. This is a lot of fun to me, and I couldn't do it without you. Please do spread the word if you can. We'd like to have a lot more people join and watch the shows, even if it's not for the buying shows. If they wanted to come and watch the interviews and get connected, we would love that. We've got lots of new programming that's being built. But our awesome production team lives off of hearts and thumbs up, because that's the only way they know they're doing a good job. So if it doesn't put you out too much, please do a bunch of hearts and thumbs ups right now wherever you are, so that they know they're doing a great job. Thank you, JD, for sitting in the chair all night tonight. I appreciate you and all of the awesome creative things that you do on your end. We couldn't do it without you. Otherwise, we would just be sitting around looking stupid instead of having cool things like trade paperback theater throw up Oh, you guys, you're doing the best things. Thank you. See, JD knows that he is loved. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow night on the Comic Book Shopping Network for brand new books. Hopefully we have our Source Point and Scout books going to hit on all the same day, so it'll be a huge show. Join us then and there on CBSN tomorrow for, you can see us Minute to Skim It here, and then afterwards the other show. All right, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time.